Welcome in, welcome in. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I am pretty tired today. It's unfair. Okay. Okay. This morning, when I woke up, I had to do a lot today. It was a pretty busy day, all things considered, quite busy. But I woke up and I was unusually like, wow, I feel really good. I feel super well rested for once. And then wouldn't you know it, by the time I get home, I am like, wow, I got home way later than normal and I'm really tired. But enough about me. How you doing? And hey, welcome in, y'all. I'm Lord Generic, your Terracotta Warrior, and I hope you're doing pretty good. I hope you're doing a little bit better than me today. But how bad can we be doing? How bad can we truly be doing? Because the only thing that really matters is the fact that we are playing Satisfactory today. We're back to Satisfactory, and guess what? Most of all, most importantly, we hit tier 9. Well, we haven't hit it yet. We're about to hit tier 9. I literally have connect. Ugh, that's not a good sign. Ooh, ooh. Anyways, yeah, that's not a good sign. As I was saying, I guess. I guess. Um, what does the end game of Satisfactory even look like? I don't know. I don't know, and I want to find out. So, who's ready? As soon as this thing stops being busted, wow, today is cursed, huh? Today is kind of cursed. I mean, we just get started. OBS has dropping issues? I've never had that. I've had a lot of OBS issues. We've had a lot of freezing issues. Oh, remember Soccer 2, y'all? Oh, oh, oh. Why did I finish that game on stream? I shouldn't love Stalker as much as I do. It will only ever hurt me. Which, that's just, maybe that's just lore accurate for the zone. You know what I mean? It's very in tune for the zone. Oh my gosh, and because it disconnected like that, Twitch thinks they're going to run more ads and I can't stop them. Ooh. That's a little greedy, don't you think, Twitch? Can't I say no? No, they won't let me. Mm. All right. All right. Sorry, y'all. But with all that said, I'm thrilled to play some Satisfactory. It's been a while, it really has. And beyond that, we're gonna have a pretty chill day. We're gonna have a pretty chill day. This is the last week you'll have me for a while. This is the last week you'll have me for a while. I'll be heading out. I got a lot of work to do. I gotta do some work travel, let's say, for the next couple weeks after this one. So, hey, that's why I decided this week we're gonna play some Clair Obscure. That's why I'm gonna start an RPG before disappearing for 2 weeks. And I'll sit around and I know deep down, I'm going to be working and I'm going to be sitting there completely distracted because I'm like, I want to go play my RPG. I want to go play that French RPG because everything I've heard about this game is that it's straight fire. It's straight fire. And I'm like, people are being nice. People are avoiding spoilers. No one's spoiling the game yet, but it's an RPG, and I know I'm on a timer, right? We're on the clock. We only have so much time, and I'm like, oh, I wanted to get to Oblivion, but like, no one's spoiling Oblivion. It's Oblivion. There really isn't anything to spoil in a Bethesda game. But in Clair Obscure, also, you didn't want ads, so you fix that. I mean, hey, if you ever want to subscribe to Lord Generic at twitch.television, the Generic at twitch.television, the twitch.tv. Yes. I don't know. You do what you do. You do you. Remember, if you ever have any financial hardships or difficulties, don't give me a dime. I don't want it. Shut up. I don't want it. Simple. With that said, all right. All right. Let's see the end of Satisfactory. Let's hit this final tier, shall we? I can't wait. I can't wait. God, we've been playing this for so long. We've been playing this game for so long. Okay, I was scared it wouldn't pop up for a second there. I was scared it wouldn't pop up for a second there. All right, I did a couple. I was messing around a little bit. We did some back end stuff. I mean, of course we did. That's why we have everything we need, right? So let's turn the volume to like 50%, I guess. Music is off. That should be good for Satisfactory. That should be good. Yeah, that's... Oh, wow, there's so much stuff in the sky elevator. Ooh, what is that thing? Oh, there's even a train? I do see that. I never noticed it. That's not a train. It's just a little movie thing. Ah, well. Who's ready? Who's ready? Well, I guess I should wait for the Twitch ads end as well. But we have the end game. We've done every single research. Let's double check to be sure before we jump to the end. That is a little loud. That was a little loud for that background. Well, bump it down to that. There we go. That should be good. Yep, we've done every single research. Duh. Screw that research. It's time for new things to build. Time for new things to build. Who's ready, y'all? Ready. And where is my nuclear pasta? I'm pretty sure I stuck it in the infinity pocket. No, I put it in this box. Thank God. I looked and I was like, 36. That's not right. That ain't right. I don't like that. All right. All right. Who's ready? Ready. Ready. Oh, wait. Hold on. Did it break again? Oh, good head. Oh, good. Oh my God, it did. Oh my God, it did. Okay. Is today cursed? Is today cursed? It might be. We'll try it. We'll try it. Alright. Alright. Hold on. See, and the thing is, I don't even need internet for Satisfactory. I've never had this happen. Well, I have had this happen. I have had this happen occasionally, right? Very rare, but I have had it. I have seen it before. It looks like things are kind of working. OBS, what is... Dude, today is cursed. Oh, wow. Wow. Holy cow. Yeah, that is... Huh. So I do this thing where I just have my phone on my stream. Because it's smart, right? So I can... Because, like, when OBS says something, I can go see an actual stream and be like, is it real? Is it real, though? And, okay, looks like it's working. Wow, what a start. What a start to such an exciting moment. It doesn't seem to be a... It doesn't seem to be a computer issue. It's... I think it's actually the internet. Except if I'm still here... No, it looks like the stream is running smooth. Fascinating. But I can't see it. Is my upload fine and my download is borked? Did y'all know? Did y'all know internet-wise? Upload and download. Oh, yeah. And Twitch wants to run another ad because it reconnected. I hate you, Twitch. Of course you would, you wretched lot. That case. Let me try something real fast. Wow, we're never going to get to this tier 9, are we? We're never going to get to this tier 9. Oh, Lord. Lord. All right. Looks like things are popping back a little. Ah, what a pain. What a pain. All right. So, is Steam downloading? No. No. First thing to check, y'all. It says I have no internet, though. No. That's the Wi-Fi side. Hold on. I'm so stupid. No, I do have internet. Okay. Good. Is it the VPN? Hold on. Wow. Anyways, y'all like internet issues? I don't. Lordy Lord, do I not. This is a pain. No, that seems to be good. Well, if it's working. Yeah, get your money's worth because this internet is in shambles. All right. Well, sorry about y'all. I guess it's working for the most part. Things seem back up. Kind of. Kind of. All right. Well, we'll have a lot of early frustrated energy, I guess. Don't worry. We'll pour that into our builds. We got nowhere else for it to go. All right. With that said, I feel so bad. Because I'm like, well, I can't just do things right away, right? I can't just pull the lever while the internet's broken. We've been here for 100 hours. Oh, Lord. Also high peril. Yeah, right. I should calm down and just have a drink. Hold on. That's really hot. Okay. That. Okay. It's got some rooibos tea. Nice rooibos tea. I brushed my hair back and I hear a little snapping sound because I'm being clumsy. Ugh, I hate it. All right. Let's hit tier 9. Thank God. Things are working again. Wow. Today is cursed. Holy cow. Today is cursed. Oh, yeah. Found a tutorial. Free electricity. All you need is a 3-inch thick copper bar. Yeah, good luck. You know what? I think that's gonna work. All right. Anyways, no more messing about. Y'all, who's ready? Let's go. Seal the container. Oh yeah, let's get it. Oh yeah, baby. Is this the last thing we need? Propulsion systems unlocks tier 9. Ooh, what's up, baby?
Welcome to the Pioneers Got Power Problems presentation. That was a joke. Anyway, you're familiar with the process. Just throw the lever and the automated systems will take over.
Okay.
Imagine all the time and effort that would be wasted if you had to do all that work as well. Some work is just better suited for machines. Phase 5 contains technology the human brain cannot comprehend, so just trust in me and fix-it policy and everything will go as planned. Answering all your questions will take time we simply do not have.
Nuclear
Everything is going to be just fine, so long as you do your job.
Servers.
We've come this far together after all, haven't we? Anyway, you know what to do. Just don't forget to keep producing previous project parts, and plan ahead when setting up new production lines, and make sure not to leave it all until the last moment.
Fascinating. Well, I mean, we mostly got most of our things producing infinitely. I think there's a couple I need to get more of, but like, whatever. Easy enough. All right, let's pump it up. Let's go. Come on, baby. I want to see it go poof. Hoo-ah. Oh, it's spinning. I want to see it like shoot up really fast. Wow, hell yeah.
Phase 4 of project assembly completed. If style was measured in my performance reports, yours would be something special. Regardless, saving the day is within our grasp. Do not lose focus now. You must understand
Oh,
the weight on
yeah.
your shoulders, but you are not alone.
Why are we building a
I am
spaceship?
here, and I know exactly
I mean, how did
what's
we
at
get
stake.
here without if
This
we
goes
didn't
beyond
already have a
Earth. Your
spaceship?
actions will affect the universe at large. You might think I am exaggerating. Perhaps you will understand once you finish project assembly.
Because propulsion
Phase
system.
5 awaits. I expect your best work.
Yeah, this has to be a spaceship. Okay. We need 1,000 nuclear pasta. I'm producing exactly 1 nuclear pasta every 2 minutes. And I turned that off. I turned that production off, y'all. I didn't have the computers. I was building computers on the side. I almost finished the foundry. It's not done. Don't worry about it. All right, so what we need: nuclear pasta, biochemical sculptors, AI expansion servers, and ballistic warp drives. Wow. I was going to say it feels like it's been forever since we've had a new thing to do. I think it's actually been 4 or 5 months. I think it's actually been 4 or 5 months since we had something new to do. That's crazy. Maybe I should take forever and stop playing the game. All right, so what do we got? Matter conversion. Ooh. Harvest reanimated SAM to enable precise matter and energy transmutation. Power usage is high. And it makes fix-it ingots. Reconstruct other metals on a molecular level using strange alien matter. The perfect construction material. Interesting. Then we need to make fix-it trigons. Interesting. Then we need to make fix-it trigons. The perfectly shaped construction item. Oh, exposing coal to extreme heat and pressure, using the production of time crystals and dark matter. Neat. Ooh, time crystals. And that's how we make biochemical sculptors. All right, so we need SAM. I guess scannable resource SAM. Yeah, I guess in theory, you could get to this point of the game without using SAM. You would not need it. It would be insane. That would be completely bonkers if you did not use it. But in theory, you would not need it. That's not even that hard for us to build. Do we have them make cooling? No, we have the cooling systems. Do we have that many radio units? I don't know if we have that many radio units. I need to finish these computers. What else we got? Quantum encoding. More power. Yeah, I'm getting the thing. Y'all why is Twitch running another ad? I'm so sorry, y'all. This is not intended. Drops frames 2%. Good lord. Good lord, what is going on back there? I just want to play my Legos. This is so hard. Alright, we'll keep going. It seems to be working on YouTube. YouTube is shockingly resilient compared to Twitch sometimes. Well, excited photonic matter. Oh, we turn SAM into juice and dark residue. Various fields of science are debating the nature and properties of dark matter. Meanwhile, Fix-It has found several applications in space-time manipulation. Neat. Then we make dark matter crystals. Cool. Superposition oscillators. Oh, good. We are messing with quantum mechanics. Fun. And the neural quantum processor for artificial intelligence and relativistic engineering and AI expansion. Growth is the metric by which we measure success. Okay. The mark. What? Why is there a bigger blueprint builder? Why would you have another tier of blueprint 100 hours into the game? Why? It's not even the first thing you unlock. It's hard to build. Okay. I know if you get it, it must be incredible. But like, bruh. Really? Ooh, portals. Enables teleportation between 2 linked portals. Each portal can only have a single... Oh my god, there's fast travel? We can build a portal network? That's good stuff. Hey, Jason. That's good stuff. A portal network? Yo, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. Singularity cells required to power portals. So we have to mass produce these puppies somehow. Looks like the answer is an ungodly number of turbo motors and radio. God, they want so many radio control units. They want so many of these guys. Holy crap. We might have to start building some more of these. I'm not gonna lie. I think we will. Well, do we finish the computer foundry before we build new things? We might have to. Because, God, we're gonna need to get these things cooking in a big way. And 1,000 SAM fluctuators. We've had these automated for eternity. I don't think I can... I think I could confidently never build more of these and call it a day. And of course, the ballistic warp drive. This is probably going to take a lot of items. And what's less? Peak efficiency. Oh, yo, we get time crystals and we get the fixite trigons. We can get Mark 6 conveyor belts. Ooh, 1,200 resources a minute, y'all. Ah, that's hot. That's hot. Oh my god. And fixonium. Usage and production of this material is prohibited. On Earth, there is no rule in space, only efficiency. Uses power, uses a shitload of power. Oh, it creates the power source that put Fix-It on the map. Literally, the crater is still there. Oh, good. Oh, good. We're making a new unstable isotope. I love that for us. So in theory, we don't actually need this. We don't need, in any way, to do peak efficiency. We don't need Fix-It blueprints. We could, in theory, pop out these 3 and beat the game. We could. Is that a good idea? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But that is interesting to know. So I guess first things first, we gotta unlock that Fix-It ingot before we can do anything else. First things first. All right, let's pop out a couple of our automated bad boys. We are gonna need... I do not have 250 radio control units, tell you what. Ain't no way. Do I have enough cooling systems? No. Not at all. All right, guess we're driving back to the aluminum plant. Like the sound of that. You know how it is. Where are my... Why don't I use my search? Why don't I use my search? All right. All right. Guess we'll put these little doodads away because we don't really need them. Why am I holding mushrooms? Boop. Well, I don't really need to hold those either. We'll hold the mushrooms. I'm actually really low on bombs now that I think about it. I mean, I'm going to use bombs. Realistically, how many bombs am I going to use? Probably a lot. Probably a lot. Let's... Don't think about it, eh? Don't think about it, eh, man? Alright. Grab a little more cable. Sadly, I don't... I really should my voice. I really should explore a bit more. Just to get more and more of that purple goodness. Carry more copper wire, because I've automated most items. I've automated most of my stuff at the... Just build another car. I can build an infinite number of those at this point. Explorer. And then we dump some fuel. Fuel. Why do I have no fuel? I don't know what I did. Pardon me. I don't know what I did with it. Oh well, we got enough. I should probably stop leaving cars everywhere. I know why. It's because I keep leaving cars everywhere I drive. Oops. Probably a stupid move. What's the harm? What's the harm, I ask? Alright, well, with all that said, this is exciting. This is exciting. We have so many more things to build. And yet, what's funny is I actually spent my off time prepping things for computers to mass build computers. And now I'm sitting here like, oh, thank God I did, because apparently computers are the final choke for us. The final resource choke is just computers and power from the looks of it. Computers and power. Wasn't expecting those to be the problems. But here they are. Here they are. Interesting. So very interesting, you know. Wow. We still have this uranium. I was thinking we'll probably truck it out. We can either truck it back and fly everything in, or we fly the uranium out into where we set up the coal. Which is better? Which is better? Or where we set up the steel production. That's the tough part, because we need reinforced concrete beams. So that's going to be our real limiter when it comes to nuclear. Oh, God. Oh, oh. Oh, we lived. Oh, we lived. Oh, we lived. That's going to be our limiter when it comes to this kind of production. Now, I'm pretty sure I could scavenge some of the beams that we already used. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Oh, this is a bad... Oh, thank God. I was going to say, not in the cave. Not in this spider cave. Full of... Oh, my God. What is wrong with this Jeep? I swear, what is wrong with this Jeep? Please. We have to beat the game before I build so many things that it lags itself to death. I blame NVIDIA. You know what? Let's be simple. Let's blame NVIDIA's graphics drivers. You can comfortably blame them for just about everything these days, and you'll usually be right to do. Not this one. Excuse me. All right. Another. All right. Where are we going? Like I said, this is a very head empty kind of day. What can I say? This is a very head empty kind of day. All right. How are we doing? Do we have enough control units? There's no world where that's the case. I regret to inform you. No way. Ain't no way. Oh yeah, we've been building turbo motors. Well, we might have enough. No, we don't even need turbo motors though. We need radio control units, which we absolutely don't have enough of. So let's go ahead and turn these off. We don't really need to produce more turbo motors at this point. I mean, we'll keep a bunch on us, obviously, but yeah, we don't need to like hold them. You know what I mean? All right. With that said, what do we do? We're only making 2.5 radio control units. I need to expand this bad boy to probably double or triple that. The crystal oscillators and the aluminum casing, those are fine. But we need to expand our computer production in order to go pop on off with the radio control units. How does one do that well? How does one do that well, you ask? Well, it'll be a little messy. Well, doesn't have to be. Doesn't have to be. Let's see. Can we make this work? Well, first off, I have to finish my computer foundry. Hey, y'all, who's ready to do even more oil? Who's ready to work with oil again? All right. All right, where'd I put my car? Where'd I put my car? I think I put it over here. There's so many things. There we go, it's over here. Ow. There it is. Ooh, berries. Those aren't berries. There we go. There we go. So the computer, you might be wondering, Generic, where are you building these so-called, these fabled computers? They're really out there. They're really out there. I thought I just built them in my own time because, like, ooh, computers built those before. We're using a pretty solid design. We're combining the use of all of our different items in order to, well, all of our different unlocked recipes in order to very, very. I should turn the Satisfactory audio down. That's a. Oh, I got a. What? Okay. Let's turn this down. All right, 50's too high. Let's do like 30. 30 should be good. Mostly just this thing. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. What was I saying? Right. We can make full computer sets with almost everything, and I'm flying in some compact coal in order to really take advantage of the oil we're producing on the side. We're using the excess oil to just build some extra power generation. You might wonder why more power generators. Simple. Always more power generators, you fools. Always. What a ridiculous question. You never have enough power generators. Never. Anyways. With that said, it's just right over here. I was exploring around a little bit. This forest is fascinating because it's all coal and bauxite and oil. It's a very high level forest with a complete dearth of standard grade material that you would then have to fly in or train in. So that is kind of interesting, I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember what I was doing here. Did I create an Excel file? I don't think I did. No, I didn't. Should I? No, let's do this without Excel. You know what? What has Excel ever done for us? What has Excel ever done to us? North Computer Compact Coal. Okay, so we want... Right, the reason I haven't set this up, the reason I have yet to finish setting this up, that is to say, is we were waiting. I need to make a little bit of gas. We have to start making some gas. And then once we have the gas running, well, then we're talking. Oops, we actually want to split out eventually. There we go. Once we have the gas running, then we're good. Right. So all of these are going to make turbo fuel. I didn't really math out how much turbo fuel I would be able to make. So I figured I'd make a little bit of turbo fuel, turn however much I need into excess fuel, and just burn the rest. Just toss the rest into a bank of power generators, and all the rest turns into basic fuel. And we call it a day, right? Laziness, right? I'm trying not to... Oh, I already built those. Whoops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. We already built those. Built those. Hold on. Whoops. Alright, well, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Alright. Set up all of these. And we have actually quite a few steps to create before we handle the rest of the turbo fuel production. Athmosis uses 37.5 times 6. 37.5 times 6. That's 225. And it makes a lot. But not enough, but a lot. It makes a significant amount. All right. We've also unlocked bigger signs. Thank God. Thank God. Let's put the sign... Pardon me. Let's put the sign over... Well, we can make that up. There we go. Ah, I love me some signs, you know what I mean? All right. So, let's make this turbo test. Turbo test. Funny thing is, I can start making computers, but until we have a sink for all the fuel, it's not worth it. It's not worth it yet. All right, so that's our browser, and we need the text, which will be hold on, it's 18.75, 18.75, 225, 18.5 times 6, 112.5, 112.5 turbo from 225 heavy oil plus 240 compact coal. I don't think I'm gonna have enough coal for that long term. I really don't. We'll get rid of the word oil and that. There we go. Oh, the billboards are kind of whack. They're big, but well, the sign. It's fine. It's fine. No big deal. All right, we got these ready, so let's prep it. Prep. And set it. What do I think of Sonic the Hedgehog? Why do you ask, is my question. Why do you ask? It better be a good reason. After all, one cannot invoke his terrible and eldritch name, but no. Alright, we got a turbo pipeline. So all I need to do at this point is set up the mystical, magical setup known as the plastic output. And that is all of these bad boys who are getting their... Why are you not getting your crew? Why are you not getting your crew? Oh, I didn't connect this one. That would do it. Who are all getting their crude. Who are getting the delicious crude oil they long for now. Producing, I think, 400 plastic. I should have a sign somewhere. I should be using billboards. I really should. The signs were minor, but this has kind of gotten out of hand. I'm not gonna lie. I do remember we're using 20 rubber, 20 plastic, so that's 400 rubber, 400 plastic. And the rubber is certainly running around to make us some circuit boards, that's for sure. Make us plenty of circuit boards, which are all kind of just sinking at the moment. Kind of just sinking at the moment. Beyond that, what do we need? We need some power. Need more power. Much like Virgil, our needs are endless for this delicious, delicious power. You know, I've never played Devil May Cry. That's the thing. I was thinking, I mean, I'm playing Claire Obscure because I said, fuck it. It looks so good. It seems so good. But, so do y'all know how everyone is losing their mind right now? Everyone is absolutely, positively losing their minds. Ooh, I can use this for the constructor. Perfect. Well, where do I put this thing? All right, so what I'm thinking is we will split our plastic output, and we can put a constructor right here. Yeah. Go right here. Perfect. And he will turn into a plastic output. That way we'll feed just enough, and he will make us some canisters. Means we'll need one more refiner. No, we'll need one packager. Like so. Put it on this side. No. Well, actually, it would go on this side. This would be the best spot for it. This would be the cleanest spot now that I think about it. Packager goes like so. We now need to blow this bad boy over. So we'll toss him a splitter, like so. And then toss it here. And perfect. You will split out. You will split out. You. Delightful. Alright. Alright. So this bad boy makes a packaged turbo fuel, which is going to go into a box. Just in case I want more. It's nice to have an extra box of turbo fuel lying around, you know what I mean? That's just something that's kind of nice to have. Just kind of nice to have. Alright, it's now fueling up. And this, well, let's be smart. Let's be smart. Let's make a smart splitter. Let's just be a little clever. In case we need more fuel stations, more shipping lanes. Anyways, so this needs compact coal. We should have compact coal to North Computer and then back to... Alright. And with that said, we are now good. We are now good. I think I need to drop a drone here. Here we go. We are now good. I don't know if the other side had a drone, but whatever. We'll rock 2 drones. We're making the fuel. What do I care? You know, we're making the fuel. What do we care? Oh, we'll make the fuel eventually, that is. Why is there no heavy oil? You should be full of heavy oil. Is the pump not working? The pump not pumping? Ugh. Ugh. That's cute. Oh! Oh my god, it crashed! Holy shit. Today is cursed. Today is cursed. You know what? I blame questions about Sonic the Hedgehog. I blame questions about Sonic. Here's what I got for you. I blame. Oh, don't tell me the internet's down again. Oh, don't tell me the internet's down again. No, it's working. Okay. Don't. I was like, this is taking a while. Oh Lord. Don't tell me. Holy shit. Yeah. Yeah, this thing's been buggy. This thing's been buggy. Alright, I see the problem. I see the problem. Wow. No issues until I started. Granted, I didn't really sit down and do anything until we started. I was really packed today. What can I say? What can I say? Are we dropping more frames? Oh my god, 73% drop frames. Oh my god. We're dropping so many frames. Is it because I was booting Satisfactory that we dropped that many frames? No way, dude. What is going on today? Hold on. Hold on. That computer is pretty hot, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I know it's CPU heavy, but yikes. Yikes. Alright. Alright, we're back. Let me know if there's any issues with it running, huh? Let me know if there's any issues with it running, because apparently it's just going in and out and causing ads constantly. That is... Ooh, why are you doing this to me, Satisfactory? Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this? Oh, thank God for the autosave. Thank God for the autosave. We did not lose much progress as a result. Thank goodness. Anyways. We do need to set things up, though. We do still need to set things up, though. Oh, the computer. Alright. What were we gonna do? Right, we were investigating why we don't have oil in this. I hate pipes. I hate these pipes, I swear to God. I swear. They never work. They always break. It's very annoying. We set up 2 sets of pumps. Apparently these pumps... Oh, is it... Oh my god, it crashed again. What? Is our world too packed? Can we not... Do we just have to... Do we just have to call it for the night? Is this just a cursed stream? Oh. Wow, what a day. Wow, what a day. All right. Ah. And now I'm big. I know, I am big, but we'll stay big. Well, we'll be in the daytime. Let's see. Let's test a couple things. 1. Will this break on again? Will this break on us again? I am sitting here staring at my dropped frames like a hawk. Staring at my dropped frames like a hawk. All right. All right. Well, that booted way faster than last time. Why? Running fine. Running fine. Okay. I guess it's good. I guess it's good. The heck? Okay. Let's just destroy that. Is this a load-bearing motor? Hold on. So here's a motor, right? It's a pump. It's a pump. It's supposed to pump oil up. It's not doing anything. Will we crash in 3, 2, 1? Let's go. It's a load-bearing pump. Oh. Oh, shit. We know exactly when the game's gonna crash. Oh, yeah, baby. Welcome. All right, y'all. I know y'all come to Satisfactory for engineering. Welcome to the real engineering. Welcome to what real engineering is. It's going, why is this broken? Oh my god, is this pump load-bearing? And then going, yeah. Yeah, that's a load-bearing pump. Oh man, I'm gonna make a note of that one. I haven't used this notepad in a while. Okay. I keep this notepad on me, right? I keep this notepad on me all the time, which I use while streaming. I usually use it for clips, because I just do my own clips, because, I mean, you know, I'm tiny, right? I have to. But, I kind of stopped, because months ago, I was like, I just don't have time for clip, right? We're just going to do something else. Ah, this is fascinating. So we now have to go around. We now have to go around this pump. Let's make a billboard. Let's make a giant sign. Large billboard. We'll put in a pump. There we go. Load-bearing pump. Do not delete. What is this, Team Fortress 2? Oh, lordy, lordy, lord. Wow. That is so funny. That's so funny, dude. I love that. I love that. All right. What happens if I just make a new pump? If I make one going this way, will it go up? The answer is no. Okay. New plan. New plan. So we can't touch this pipe. This is a cursed pipe. So what we have to do is we now have to make a pair of new pipes. We have to make a pair of new pipes. You catching me? You feeling me? We're going to cut this pipe here so they aren't connected anymore. Then we're going to stretch the pipes like so. Yo, what is this? Just someone's going to walk in and be like, Load-bearing pump. Do not delete. What does that mean? And then they're going to save their game and delete it and crash. I am so happy we have that. That is so stupid. That is so stupid. You know what? We're going to isolate the load-bearing pump. As long as we don't delete the pump itself, it's A-okay. Behold. It's just by itself, pumping nothing. I think I can kill power to it? Excellent. Excellent. It's not wasting our power either. Anyways. Anyways, let's go grab a pump and just put in some benchmarks. Bizarre. Bizarre, dude. I haven't seen that before. That is... we've seen some wild things in this game. I don't think we've ever seen anything on that level of like, oh, what is this jank? Oh, what is this? God, dude, every time we have to deal with fluids, this happens. I just want to point that out. I think the fluid physics in this game might be the buggiest part. Exactly. And what caused the problem? What caused the problem, dear user, is the fact that you touched the load-bearing pump. This is on you. Right? This is nothing to do with anyone else. This is entirely on anyone who dares touch the load-bearing pump. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. We won't have a problem. Facts. Hard facts. Why is this plastic not connecting? You do not have power. You do not have power, my dear. We will connect you near the power plug. As is our nature. That is the wrong side of the power plug. On the right side. There. There we go. Alright, now we're gonna make canisters. Right, this thing makes canisters wicked fast. You really don't need a lot. You really don't need a lot. Actually, should I make a box for canisters? Hold up. I think that's a good idea. If we make a crate for canisters, they'll stack up as they aren't used. Because the reason we want that is while we're prepping everything else, while we're prepping the fuel line and stuff, we can make up a lot of canisters. Make it high. I don't like making the belts high when I can. It just clears up more space. But we're going to clear that up, and by the time we get the actual reactors going, it'll be nice to have the room. It'll be nice to have the room. All right. What else did we need to do? We had so many things we did, and I just don't remember which ones were. Right, so we now need a box over here for the stored fuel. And then we tossed down a splitter. That's a little too far. God, I can't get over how cursed this stream has been. I haven't had one this scuff in a long time. This one's for real, like actually. This is some for real scuff. Oh, I worked so hard to avoid it. By the way, speaking of scuff, I am trying some new indicators and emotes, what have you, what you call them. I hope those work. I'm trying to use Streamlabs in addition to Twitch just because it seems nice. They seem kind of nice. So I figured I should give them a shot. Apparently this is what professionals in the future will describe as a telling error and the beginning of the end for Lord Generic. The beginning of the end for us all, in fact. Shame. Oops. Remember, users, there's a problem. And the documentation says don't touch it. Don't touch it. If you touch it, there's no problem. It's just you. You're the problem. Facts. Just straight facts. All right. And this is so much easier when you have infinite building material. What can I say? Who knew? Who could have predicted infinite building material? Makes this game really, really fast. Crazy. Weird. Bizarre, even. It's like a straight JoJo. Man, I haven't seen JoJo in forever. The last JoJo I actually watched was season 4. I know they have seasons 5 and 6 done, and they're working on 7. And I'm like, I should watch those. I should really get around to watching those. JoJo watch party? Anyone in? All right, we did make a sign. How much turbo fuel are we making? 112. Okay. And I looked up I have to look it up because I closed it. How much fuel do we use in terms of turbo fuel? Every single one of these bad boys burning turbo fuel uses a shocking said it. I swear it said it. 7.5 a minute. Oh my god, that's not a lot. Oh, it makes a lot of power too. Oh my god, turbo fuel's insane. Holy crap. Holy crap, it's 3 times as good as normal fuel. I gotta get more coal. Yeah, damn. Alright, so, what's 112 divided by 7? Yeah, what's 1? We'll save the 0.5 for fueling the drone. That's all it needs. What's 112 divided by 7.5? 15. Run 15 power plants off this bad boy? Off the turbo fuel? Have you been using any of the oil? I'm using like half the oil. Okay. Works for me. I ain't saying no. Okay, so hold on. Let's be smart about this. You can actually click this to say how many you need. We need another 13 power plant. I think I'm gonna run out of motors far before we ever get a chance to work this operation. Yeah, I'll build my reactor in the mountain, which isn't even that weird. Fun fact. Okay, here's a cool fact, actually. Here's a really cool fact. Unironically, did you know that England has some of the fastest power plants on the planet? By which I mean, power plants have a lot of momentum, if you imagine. Power plants are something that take a very, very, very long time to turn on. And because of this, one of the most important things when building a power plant to account for how fast can we turn them on? Because you need to make electricity the moment it is used. It has to be perfectly balanced. It's very complicated. Thank your electricians and electrical workers. They are doing God's work. It's very difficult stuff. And not only that, but these power plants, by God, they are fancy, fancy boys. You know what I mean? Fancy, fancy boys. Anyways, England has a power plant built into a mountainside. I think they have a couple in different mountainsides. Oh, we're out of rubber. We'll get more. It's going to refill itself thanks to the infinite storage. But they use this power plant, and it's one of the fastest power plants on the planet. It comes online in like 5 minutes, which is insane. You might wonder, generic, why do they have this insanely optimized hyper-spec power plant which costs a buttload of money to make? It's for tea. I'm not joking. England has noticed that everyone in Britain loves tea. Or some like coffee, but you know, tea's a stereotype for a reason, right? That stereotype, well, let's just say it ain't lying. Well, when the soccer game happens, the football game. I know, I called it a soccer game. Oh, how many of these I built? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, I disassembled a few and rebuilt them. That's why. I was like, 14, that's not enough. This should still need to keep building. Alright, so plug one more. And, anyways, so, because of this great and terrible need for England, let's drop this guy to like 90% efficiency. That way he'll use just enough fuel. Well, No, we do want to burn off all the turbo fuel. I don't care if I'm being less efficient. I don't care. Well, no, we'll put them at 90. Anyways, so basically, what results from all of this is that when the football game is playing or advertisements play in your daily routine. You know, you get home from work, you'll watch your soap opera. I don't know what they watch in the United Kingdom. Not a clue. Bluey? Kids watch it. Though I've heard Bluey is excellently made. Either way. Everyone gets up and they turn on the kettle. Everyone says, oh, the ads are playing. All right. What a good time to make some tea. Turn on the electric kettle. The problem is the entire country does this. The entire country does this at the exact same time. Which, if you can imagine, is generally what we would refer to as kind of a bad idea. It's kind of a no-no, in fact. It's not great. And because it does this all at once, well, that's a massive power. Like, England, uses an insane amount of electricity for, 20 minutes a day. So they have entire power plant structures, superstructures you could call. And they're dedicated explicitly. Dedicated wholeheartedly and explicitly. We are using times 6. Only 135 turbo fuel for this? Really? I'd be greedy and do a few more? We have a lot of coal, but that coal's built up fast. If I get greedy, we'll use it all up. I'm using this coal to fuel the other turbo fuel plant at the same time. Ah, this is what I get for not mathing out my coal. We'll just make basic fuel for the rest. So, how much fuel is that using? It's not using 225 heavy. That's not using 225. Not even close. Not two. What in the world? What? We're only using 6 of these. 15 times 6 is 90. Right, and 22.5 times 6 is 135. Okay, this is wrong. Our notes are wrong. 135 and 90. Okay. Much better. Much better. Anyways, so the United Kingdom has this fascinating system where just entirely by accident, they are unbelievable drains of power explicitly for the purposes of making tea. I'm not really going anywhere with this. I just find it very, very, very funny. But it's funny in a cool way, I would say. I think it's actually quite beautiful how some cultures demonstrate that they value something, and because they value it, man, they're making a long page. Because they value it on that level, it only makes sense for them to go out and optimize for it, right? Rather than saying, hey, we should change who we are as people because it's more economical. They say, well, this is who we are as people. How do we pursue a system and a support, make that function for us? And that is what good design is all about. All right. How much heavy oil do we have? We are using 135 for the turbo fuel, ideally. And we are using a bunch over here. We're using a bunch over here to make coal. Make some crummy coal. And how much are we using? 360? Oh my god. We'll make 22. So that's we only have 40 spare from the oil. We make 400 from the rubber production. We're using 360. The plastic production makes 200. We're using 135. That means we have... it's 200. It's been a long day. 65 plus 40. We have 105 heavy oil left. We don't need this, man. We only need 2. We only use 105. Okay. I may have overbuilt this place. I may have overbuilt this place. Interesting. You know? It really do be that way sometimes. Okay. I guess that's how we're going with it. That's just... we don't need the connection here. Well, we have this connection. Let's go ahead and use this. There we go. Much better. Alright, we're making fuel, but that gives us... what I say, 105 of 60. This one has 45, so that's a 75% clock speed. We have 70 fuel. How much does this thing burn? Oh, these things burn 20 basic fuel a minute. And we have 70. I can make like... I can make 3? Well, no, 4. 3.5, technically. Not great. That's fine. The whole purpose of these fuel plants is just to burn off power. Remember, we're here to make computers. We're literally here to just finish up some computers. We just had to do this. We honestly had to do this just so that we could burn off the heavy oil residue that our computers produce so much of. Oops. Oh, my inventory full? It is. What is it full of? Leaves. And random junk. Okay. There we go. There we go. All right. Give me that. Give me that. Give me. All right. Well, beyond all that, how y'all doing? Beyond whatever that was, how y'all doing? All right, and now we are ready to burn it up, burn it up, burn it up, burn it up, burn it up. Oh, I gotta set one of these bad boys to be 50% power, huh? Oh, that's why. The low power connector. Oh, why are we even using tier 1 connectors anymore? Why we even got those anymore? That's crazy. What do I think of Fortnite? It's fine. It's whatever. All right. So what do we got for power production? Ooh, we're at 28,000. 28,000 power production, but we consume a lot of it. Ugh. I don't think more fuel power plants is the way. Well, if we make turbo power plants, these things are wild. These things pop off. Why are these not connected? Why? What? Is this guy not connected? Okay. I was like, what is going on? He should be connected. Are they not? No power. Honey. Are you not connected? What? All right, now I'm very confused. Huh? Yeah? Why do none of... You have power. You have power. No power. No power. Even though you have turbo fuel in you. Not a lot. Why is that not a lot? You guys are doing fine. You're making the... No, they just don't have enough in them. Okay, so here's our plan. These power plants are going to run really off and on until they're full. Same thing with these power plants, right? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut their power lines and let them fill up to full. I want these pipes full to bursting. Fill them pipes. And then once we filled the pipes, then we give it that relief, right? Then we turn it on. Simple. All right. Well, that was shockingly easy, actually. I'm not gonna lie, I'm incredibly surprised by that. All right, anyways, computers. I think Genshin Impact is exploitative. Not any more than other gacha games. If anything, it's a little better than quite a few of them. Though I'm not a fan of Hoyo's systems. Their larger systems I have gotten kind of tired of. Off the sink. I want these bad boys to stack up. All right. What are we doing here? So I'm making a lot of circuit boards. We're making a lot of plastic. And if we take a look at our manufacturers, what do we need to make computers these days? Make a computer, we need cable. Right. You would think, generic, why didn't you make cable? You have oil-coated cable, which is hyper-efficient. Well, all the copper's kind of far away. I didn't want to use it up. So, we're just going to fly some. We're just going to take another drone. Oh, that's why I needed that extra drone port. And, right, in that case, yeah, let's go ahead. Back this out a little. We're gonna make another drone. One we can angle this way. Well, just plop it there. Ah, why not? Why not? There's no harm in it. No harm in it. Do it this way. There we go. More fuel. More fuel. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Fuel. Alright. And then we will call this North Computer. Cable in 1. Because I made a couple cable outputs. Would you guess? South cable outgoing 1. There we go. Oh, no. South cable outgoing to computer 1. There we go. Beautiful. All right, let's make a save. I can't believe it. Now that things are working, now that the stream isn't dying, can I just say how absurd it is? How absurd it is that we found a load-bearing pump. Like, bruh. What? We found a what? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Why are y'all still burning fuel? Oh, y'all just burning? Y'all just burning even when you're not connected to anything? I guess that makes sense. Fuck. Alright, hold on. I have a better... Well... Damn. Okay. I know what to do. So we're gonna connect the power. Because I guess we can't just disconnect power. We're actually going to cut the pipes. You see, we're gonna build up fuel in these pipes. They can still hold 600 in each pipe segment, which is a lot of fuel. That's still a lot of fuel. And that'll give us enough room for it to flow nice and smooth afterwards. Still worth it. Anyways, we have this very awkward spot for our cable input. How do we snake this bad boy out? How do we snake this bad boy? I guess we need conveyor pull. Alright. So in that case, we're also going to want an elevator. Elevator lift. You know what? We already have a box here. We may as well just put up another box. Put up another box and then conveyor pull out from there. Then, there we go. Cable, behold. Cable, behold. Not bad, not. Ah, make more turbo. Are we able to make more turbo fuel? Wait, we need normal fuel for this? Oh, no, I just set this the wrong thing. These need to be alternative turbo fuels. Oh, that would explain why it's having trouble. That would explain why it can't cook. We set the wrong recipe. Oh. That uses a lot more heavy oil. Fucking whoops. That'll do it. That'll do it, all right. Oopsie. Oopsie, oopsie. Dropped all this coal. I want to jam back into this bad boy. There we go. Go ahead and jam that into your incoming. What about the normal coal? No, not useful. Not useful. All right. With all that said, how we doing? We're cooking pretty hard on this packager. While we're hanging out here, I want it to cook faster. Anyways, we'll take those out later. So what do we do? We have the cable. How many computers can we make? Right? How many computers can we even make? I think we're making, if I remember correctly, we had a sign. Making 100 circuit boards. In theory, right? If everything works out correctly. So that makes, right, we use 40 plastic and 10 circuit boards. How much plastic are we making? We're making 400 plastic. Making 400 plastic, we can do 10 things of computers. You'll love to see. You'll love to see. We're making 10 things of computers, y'all. Not bad. All right. In that case, we need 10 manufacturing lines. Well, first things first, let's gather our items. Let us gather our items up. We're going to need smart splitters. Multiple smarts. Well, just conveyor splitters will do, actually. Let's toss them here. Go ahead and let's make them uniform. We're gonna toss down. Where is it? A conveyor lift. A conveyor lift. Who will suck up those lovely cables? Oh, they'll suck up those lovely cables. This bad boy gonna go out. That's. Go ahead and lift it out. It'll be a lot cleaner looking. Fine. There we go. Much better. I don't like the lift. I like using a lift for that. There we go. And I'm so picky. You give me a little bit of control, and I'm so picky. What can I say? All right. Let's toss down 10 manufacturers. I think about it, I will actually need slightly more fuel than I was thinking. We'll need several stations to fly these bad boys out. Let's go ahead and set that up ahead of time, huh? Go ahead and set those up ahead of time. Let's be smart about it. I know it can be done. You know, I know what y'all think. Y'all thinking generic? What a fool, so short-sighted. No, I am not short-sighted. You are. It was you, Snake. You were the short-sighted one. Not I. Not me. It was you. Alright, I'm not gonna want this power plant at all of that. We're gonna need to save all that for fuel. Drones use such little fuel. But I think that's all we need. Alright. There we go. Alright, we'll store that for later. Anyways. 10 manufacturers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we'll need to space it out, and then 1, 2, 4. Ugh, quite fit. Doesn't quite fit. Space it out there. Much as we want, like that. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, we'll just toss in our line here. And we're good. Oh, we're good. I like how we after everything, right? After everything we've done, everything we've been through together, we finally hit the last tier, and here I am building computers. Welcome to Satisfactory. You're gonna keep building computers and nails until you die. That's just the game, okay? The game about building computers, motors, and nails until there's nothing left in ya. That's all we got here, okay? What we were made for. The factory good if it's not fabulous. You know what? You have an excellent point. You have an excellent point. Factories do need to be I don't know. I think this is a nice looking factory. I should probably give it some more walls, but we can do that at any time. I think it's a nice looking factory. I do declare myself. If I do declare myself, I think it's pretty swell. Alright. No, not from the wall outlet. We're using this pole, which comes from the wall outlet. There we go. Alright, and then the wall outlet will feed another pole out to here, and that will feed these. Nice and clean. It really is one of those things in this game where it's like, I want to build everything so tight. Just natural instincts, right? But boy, do you really not want to? If anything, I'd say you shouldn't. A strange thought indeed. A strange thought indeed. Oh, useless fact. Oh, you know, that reminds me. I feel bad. Golden redeemed a useless fact the other day, and I missed it. Confusion, that was me trying to change up my alerts. I missed it in the confusion of the alerts. Speaking of useless facts. A good one. What's a good one? Did you know? Did you know that tea? Because I'm drinking some rooibos, which is not tea, by the way. It's an infusion. It's technically considered an infusion of African honeybush, not tea. But that's irrelevant to anyone who actually cares. who cares? But anyways, so the tea plant, which hails from China, right? That's where tea is from. It was for a long time, for gotta be at least 1,000 years, one of the most precious natural materials China had. One of the most precious goods available was resources and good tea. And it was every area that had good tea very carefully and ferociously guarded those supplies. Most importantly, the knowledge of growth. So, like all things carefully guarded by the people who owned it, the Europeans really wanted it. All the Europeans like, God, I gotta get my hands on that. I gotta grow it myself. Because, yeah, who's surprised? It's never, I don't think it's exactly clear. There's no confirmation of how tea managed to escape. How tea managed to make its way out of being a fiercely guarded monopoly. But it's said that a traveling monk, a traveling priest, sowed the tea seeds. Like, he took the seeds of the plant and sowed them into the lining of his robe. So when they checked him and looked through everything he had, make sure he wasn't smuggling, no one ripped open his clothes to find out. What's the lesson? What's the lesson as a Terracotta Warrior? What lesson should I take from this? Obviously, you should rip a lot of people's clothes off. apparently they're hiding goods. And that's why they've violated the law, and I must confiscate their stolen goods. They can pay their fine, or it's off to jail. So yeah, there you go. There's useless fact. I need to think of another good one if Golden shows up, because I feel real bad that I totally missed that. I think I have the new alerts in a decent spot. Some of them are pretty hard to test consistently because they're like for follows and stuff. And look, I'll be honest, I'm not like, oh, wow, I'm such a poor little streamer, but like, I don't get follows very often. That's just a fact, right? So it's harder to test as opposed to like redeems. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as time goes on. All right, are we done with the computers? Oh, thank God. I think we are. No, we need to set them. Let's. I did get some alternate computer recipes. I'm not going to lie. I got offered some from some hard drives I scavenged in this game, which, if you aren't familiar, hard drives lets you get new recipes, which in essence allow you to make alternate ways to build things. Some of them are way more efficient. Unbelievably so, right? Unbelievably more efficient. What are we not getting? We aren't getting circuit boards in. Right. Where are the circuit boards supposed to be connected? Oh, this is rubber. Whoops. This is the one This is the one we wanted. Okay. Circuit board. There we go. And now we can turn on the overflow. There we go. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. Beautiful. Love to see a factory humming. Love to see it humming away. All right. Go ahead and we'll go ahead and give us more foundation. I like to keep the water exposed when I can. It's just a nice little aesthetic thing, right? You hate to see, one, water is a very useful resource in this game, but also I personally, just on a personal level, hate to see quality, beautiful water get covered up by industry. Here at Fix-It, we're dedicated to working with nature. You know, I'm commercial. But by working with nature, we can get a lot of good karma points, which means when we commit a horrible atrocity, none of you will be mad at us. That's what we found. That's what our math has determined. Ergo, it must be true. Because Fix-It's math isn't wrong. Too steep? Bullshit. Too steep. That's outrageous. Outrageous. Wow. But there. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to do it that high. Alright. Alright, the computers are already pumping. Yippee! Alright, so as per usual, you'll want to toss down a box to store them in case you get extra. And now we can toss down quite a few. Yeah, wait. Well, I guess we should build this out and build like, how many drones should we do? Now remember, computers, we don't have that many. So I think 2 to 3 exports is the most we can feasibly pull off here. Any more than that is just too greedy. Too greedy, I would say. Not gonna work. So with that in mind, do I even have enough? Oh my god. Do we even have enough drone thingies? We do, but just barely. Alright, 3 will do. North, computer, outgoing 1. I normally do 01, but that's just a habit. That's just a habit from the professional world. Outgoing 2. And north, computer, outgoing 3. If bears will place differently based on the side I clicked first, I may place it the other way. Maybe. But like, it's easy enough to just toss up something that works. You know what I mean? It's easy enough to just call it a day. Alright, let's make the splitter like so. guy will link in. Just hitch a ride. Hitch a clean little ride on this bad boy. Beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful, isn't it? Alright. With that said, move this box out. Move this box out a little. How do I want to use this? How do I want to move? How do you want to box it? Ah. This way. Yeah, that works a lot better. That's a lot cleaner looking. Now we put the splitter up here. And yeah, that should be good. That should be good. All right. And double. Well, okay. So flap. 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 This one will output straight to here. Oh, do we want to... Yeah, we'll keep it high. We'll keep it high. Let's... There we go. I don't like it angled. I don't like it straight. Blam. Default. Okay. With that said, a splitter. Give me a computer. You're the splitter man. All right. Thank goodness we have the computers a-flowing. This is going to take a while for these things to be ready. These things are going to be ready for a while, unfortunately. So while I want to go assign one immediately to our old place, I don't think it's really worth it. I don't think it's really worth it. Also, we need to power them. Where's the closest power? I think we just want to run off of this bad boy. This tall little plug is going to get his due. There we go. All right. Go ahead. All right. Beautiful. Everything's running just right as rain. Use splinter to align the belt. Oh, do you not do that? Oh, yeah. Use splitters to align the belts. It's so much better. Oh, it's so much better. All right, we don't need this bad boy at full capacity. He's kind of chugging. Well, kind of nice. It is kind of nice, I'm not going to lie. However, we can now connect these. Let our systems book. Hold on, I may have messed up my math. I may have messed up my... not outputting. Don't burn that fuel. I may have messed up my math here. Okay. Because I was clicked on the wrong turbo output. So this takes 37.5, which times 6 is 225. Okay. As we had thought. Okay, that explains why my math here was wrong earlier. It wasn't. It wasn't wrong. 225. And how much coal do these bad boys eat up? 30. 30 coal a minute. Which 30 times 6 is 180, y'all. 180. A lot of compact coal. I think our outputs are sufficient for that. I think our drones are more than sufficient to feed them, but it is a lot. It is a lot I cannot deny. All right, let's... the reason I want this extra fuel is to steal it. I won't lie. I just wanted to steal the fuel. Who am I kidding? Because load, I kind of used it all. That's kind of nice to get a little. Good enough. All right, and now we can turn down the packaging on the turbo fuel. Now it can run at full power. Thank goodness. All right, so we turned off the farthest turbo plant. That'll ensure we have plenty of fuel left over to pump into that bad boy. And that should keep us good. We're not perfectly efficient here on the fuel burn, I think. Right, because if that's 225... we have 200 from here and 40. So we have 240. We have 15 spare fuel. A whopping 15, y'all. With that said, we'll target this to use 15 oil. How much is that? It's 45. We need this bad boy to run at 33% efficiency. 33.333. There we go. Flip that on. Only one of these is going to want to run at that point. We're just going to... I could dismantle these, but for the ease of use, let's just flip them off and call it a day, you know? They're already built. There's no reason to kill them. And if this is running at only 15 oil, that's 75 efficiency. Beautiful. All right. That should be good. That should keep everything flowing. If things grind down, if there's a slight inefficiency, it will hurt the factory's production, but not enough that I care. You know, not enough that I really care. All right, with that said, everyone is powered. We're done here. Dunzo. Let's head out. Let's head out. Blow this taco stand. Ooh-ah. I've spent quite a while here, I'm not gonna lie. Y'all can imagine this took a little bit. Developing a full oil node, even with the use of, you know, proper setups and stuff, it takes a while. Because a lot of the recipes don't actually matter. The question is, how do you set up 20 refineries in a way that, you know, works? Once you do that, it's pretty simple. Right? But this is great. We have our computers. Let's go expand how many radio units we make. Because apparently, we need a lot more radio units than we were making. Like a lot more radio units. Boom. Oh, making 100 computers a minute though. 100 a minute. I think we'll do just fine. I think we'll do just fine. This will free up those computers we were tapping from our supercomputer production. I'll probably end up needing those for something at the high ranks. I've got a feeling. Exactly the kind of thing we'd end up needing, you know? Why is that bauxite coming in slightly? Hold up. Mark 4 belts. Mark 4? Heaven for Betsy. Heaven to Betsy. Ah, that's fine. Again, we could make even more aluminum than we are in this massive aluminum plant. But we're making, what was it, 1,500 aluminum ingots? That's too many. That's already too many, you know? Not worth it. That's so pretty. Oh, nice and pretty. We don't want to make more. This is going to be a mess, though. This is going to be a mess. We have all the outputs here. We have the radio control units. How do we do this? So, could break this wall out and spread it a little further. It wouldn't look good. It wouldn't look good. We could build a couple over here and just finagle some belts this direction. Yeah, we could. I mean, I just tossed this bad boy down. He doesn't have... The particle accelerator does not have to be in this direction. You know what I mean? Does not have to be shaped this way. Maybe that's the way to go at it. Maybe that's the method to go about things. Yeah, why not? All right. So this is the ALU plant computer incoming. We are renaming you to ALU plant computer coming. No, that is correct. But you're going to stop using the steel manufactorum and you're going to start using computer the North computer outgoing 1, and that is going to return. No. Wait. That is going to go here. And this will have no port. The Seal Manufactorum does not need that much. Perfect. Perfect. That'll give us those computers we need. And then all we have to do is split these over there. Need to toss them onto that. Easy enough. Well, how do we do it in a way that isn't ugly, though? Ah, I know. Ta-da! Toss you up there. Alright. Now we toss the bottom. Yeah, it's gonna clip a little bit, but like... It's a little. We're you know, we're forcing it in the back ends. It's not gonna be a perfect job, but it's gonna be good enough. Actually, this one will need to be the one to go on the bottom. This one will have to be on the bottom. This one will be up here. Yeah. Then what else do we need? We need the aluminum, which is coming in from this way. Yeah, this doesn't care. Sure. Just toss our one up here. And, right as rain. Wow, that is steep. I'm amazed that did that. I'm astounded that did that. Alright. Alright. Motors? Are you full of motors? Did I do this to the wrong one? No. No, it just takes motors to build you, right. Of course it does. Of course it needs motors. It's a drone. It has exactly 4 fans on it. Oh, right, so it needs 4 motors. That makes sense. And it's off. I do love the drone. God, this game's so much easier. I love how even though they make honestly outrageous build demands in the late game, it's so much easier than the early game. It's not even close. It's not even close in difficulty, y'all. Simply because, like, dude, what a pain in the butt. What a pain in the butt. All right, we're gonna cut this. Got that. Got this whole thing. Well, we'll get the extra radio units from our new units. These guys are now dedicated. They're now dedicated. Which means, I mean, how many radio units do we need? I don't think it's gonna be enough. I don't think it's gonna be enough. They're producing so slow. Our dearth of computers is hurting us so badly. So badly. Oh, ooh. Bing tang, wada wada bang bang. Bing tang, wada bing bang, come on in. Okay. Alright. Sorry, I just need the cooling units for tech. I just remembered. I don't know why I started. I really like the old Witch Doctor song, okay? I think the Witch Doctor, that old Witch Doctor song is a good one. I'll say it. I'll say it and proud. Alright, so we set up 3 of these. How do we get all these mats down? Man, I need to lift this guy at all. What am I doing? We need to lift this guy at all. We didn't need to lift. Well, we did need to lift those 2. Oh yeah, a whopping 4. Yippee. Should we go back and adjust that computer output? It'll balance itself out. It's just gonna take a while. Well, at 100 computers a minute, won't take that long. Give it time. Alright. With that said, these don't need to be here. Because instead, which means I don't need this at all. Yay. Yay. Oh, that frees up so much real estate. It looks so much nicer. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's splitting through. Again, when you backfill your production, sometimes this happens, okay? Sometimes it's a little uglier for the backfill production. I didn't plan for this, but we need more than I thought. Oh, we need more than I thought. Do I get paid for this? I get paid in fun. I get paid in a good time. And a good excuse to ramble on like a psychopath. A good excuse to ramble on like a psychopath. That's what we're here for. That's what you're here for. Don't pretend you're not. Radio control, radio control, radio control units. Where do we draw power from? Over here, beautiful. That's a good spot to your power from. There we go. All right. Oh, they're running. They don't have computers yet, though. They're still a little short of the computers. That's okay. That's okay. It'll come in time. It'll come in time. We've been going for almost 2 hours. What? I know how to set these bad boys up. Okay. Check it. Gonna be clever. Gonna be clever and wise and powerful. Clever and wise and powerful. Now we toss down a box, my favorite. My favorite, the industrial storage box. Guy will go to here. He will go into a splitter immediately. Make it a smart splitter. I don't know why I need a smart splitter, but hey. Maybe. Maybe. Alright. This guy can go up here. Beautiful. And he will feed them into this dude who will eat up a little bit, but not a lot. Not a lot of radio control units. Just enough to keep our nuclear pasta cooking. We do need 1,000 of it. I think that'll be the first thing we build. I do think that'll be the first thing we finish in our current setup. Actually, I'm very confident in that. Not even think. I know. I know that'll be the first thing we finish. Simple reason. Simple reason. Of course. Of course it's the first thing we finish. Because it's cooking. The other things aren't cooking. I don't care how slow it is. We have no reason to increase pasta efficiency over here. Unless we find out we need it for the future parts. But let's hope we don't. Let's just hope we don't. That means I can flick these bad boys on if they're going to be cooking. If thermal rockets are going to be cooking, I'm probably going to need these for the end game rocket propulsions. Which means I don't need a lot. I'm going to flick only one on. I'm going to flick only one on. Because once we fill up the box, we don't care. We do, however, care about turbo motors. Turbo motors we have to turn on because I got a feeling we're going to need a lot of them. I got a feeling, I got a hankering we'll be needing a lot of turbo motors. All right. Now what? Now what? Well, a few things. We could build the nuclear power plant. We could go ahead and build that and get some extra power going. I don't know. I kind of have to pee. So you know what? It's been about 2 hours. Alright, it's been about 2 hours. I may as well take a break. It's a good time for it. Hey, thank you for dropping by. If you're new here, that's right, we're doing a plug before we pee. Look, deal with it. If you're new here, welcome in. I'm Lord Generic, your Terracotta Warrior. Feel free to follow on YouTube or... No, wait. Subscribe. I mixed it up. Subscribe on YouTube or follow on Twitch and maybe even toss in a like if you enjoy it. We'll be right back, though. Don't touch that channel. Well, I'm gonna actually use my be right back properly for once. Wow, look, we have it. Yes, I know it says the live is. I could have corrected it when I got made, but I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was kind of cute. I don't know. I have an attractive jank, what can I say? What can I say? All right, be right back. Wow. All right. Like I said, nice and fast. All right. Welcome back. Like I said. All right. All right. With that said, with that done. Oh, yeah, look at that. We're making 30 to 31,000 megawatts. Ooh. Oh. We got a lot of power. We don't need that nuclear plant. We will. We'll need it. Not yet. And I'm feeling greedy. So, with that said, yo, we need Sam. Hey, look. 3 separate Sam sites. Now, oh, one of them's pure. 2 impures and a pure. Ooh. That's what we need for the final crafting material of the game. Well, second final, I think. And we have this giant area over here with nothing in it. Guess what? Perfectly suited. Need to stretch out a little bit. We can use this. Oh yeah, we can use this to build ourselves some Sam sites. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. What am I doing right now? I'm just stretching out power line. We'll use it later. We'll certainly use it. Oops, not. We'll certainly use it in time. Alright, now it's connected. I do love an interconnected grid, what can I say? Robust and durable, those are the goals. Alright, so what do we need? What do we do with this stuff, right? Do we smelt the sand? Nope. Don't smelt it. Oh, right. We can't even make that yet. Right. We can't make that yet. We need to unlock matter conversion to do that. Oops. Yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Right. Turn off those turbo motors. Hey, stop the press. Stop the turbo motor press. What are you doing, you fools? Stop it. You know not what you do. All right. All right. I guess. We're going to take this smart splitter and just make it none. We're going to cut off the smart splitter production. All right. Now we gotta sit here, and we're not getting enough computers. Let's make this a short stream. I mean, we can just sit around. Okay, we can just go and... we could go and do the nuclear power, I suppose. That would make a lot of sense. It would. I've been Why am I avoiding doing nuclear power? The real answer is that I'm lazy. The real, honest to God answer is that I'm very lazy. But first, let's check the frickin'. There we go. First, let's check the computers, eh? Let's check the computers. I do have one idea. Though now I think about it, it wouldn't even work. Yeah. It's just gonna be a while. That's all there is to say. It's just gonna be a while. All right, let's do that nuclear power. Fine. What do we need? We need to mine the uranium, and from there, we know that mined uranium is gonna feed out everything else. We're gonna need the EM control rods. Let's build up in that nice empty area. Not permanently, just to get a handle on what we're going to need. We're going to want that uranium, which is easy enough to truck over, depending on where we want to set up. We're going to need... Hold on. So, let's set up the manufacturer and the nuclear power plant, my god, and the blender. Pretty sure we use the blender at some point. Yep, for encased uranium and non-fissile uranium. So, non-fissile uranium uses up the waste, silica, nitric, and sulfuric acid. So we need nitrogen and sulfur. Ugh. This is we're kind of tapped on nitrogen. There's a lot of nitrogen here, but I don't know how much we're using. If I remember, we're using most of it. We're using like most of this nitrogen. And we're using pretty much all... Well, there isn't any sulfur. There's no sulfur. Right, we're going to take sulfur from here. We're going to steal some. We're going to steal some sulfuric acid from over here. That's why I was going to do it over here. Right, so we're going to use this spot. We have a lot of coal and iron and some copper. The coal and iron we're going to use to make reinforced concrete beams. We even have some limestone we can just tap directly straight into concrete. Don't even have to like fly out our supplies. We can just be lazy. That's good. That's nice. That's nice. So, yeah. Encased plutonium, we'll use concrete. Easy enough. For the uranium, we need fuel rods, which will take encased uranium, which itself... How do I make encased uranium? Encased uranium is the raw ore plus some concrete and some sulfuric acid. We're going to need a lot of sulfuric acid. We need a fresh source of sulfur. This is only a normal node, and it is partially in use. There's fresh sulfur up here. We're using all of our sulfur. We're using a lot of the sulfur. A lot. Granted, how much uranium does this even use? How much uranium does that even use? 10. We're going to get a lot of uranium. That makes, what? That makes 5 encased uranium cells? Yikes. That's a lot. That is a lot. Well. And then the encased uranium. Oh, you need 50 to make a fuel rod. Okay. So 200 ore makes 1 fuel rod a minute. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. No, it makes 0.4 a minute. But we know that this bad boy, this big old power plant, uses 0.2. That would be enough to run 2 uranium fuel rods per 20. All right, it's time for me to bust that Excel, Chan. I'm not going to remember this. We're going to look this up 20 times if I don't. All right, uranium. Uranium 4. Okay, hold on. We'll add her back in. By popular opinion, popular demand, I suppose we can put Excel Chan back into the game. I suppose. Alright. Alright. There she is. Ain't she beautiful? Ain't she a beaut? I know. I know she's beautiful. Yeah. Hold your applause, everyone. Hold your applause. We gotta zoom it in. Gotta zoom it in. Can I make this dark mode? Well, yes, actually. You want to see how to make Excel dark mode? Black, white. Yeah, it's not perfect. Anyways. So, we have uranium ore. In, out, creates. Hold on. I want a second set of in and out. Just in case we have more sources, right? This is just easy. So then we need concrete. We need EM rods, steel beam, concrete beam. Those are the main things we use. Yeah, uranium cells used to make it. We need concrete and sulfur. Oh, sulfur and then sulfuric acid. Gotcha. Okay, so with that said, we got all of that, right? We got all of that. Sulfuric acid, EM rods, concrete beams, which makes the fuel rods, which we then eat. We eat up the fuel rods, then we get waste, uranium waste. Uranium waste, we need to chew up. We chew up in a big way alongside silica. Oh my god, silica, nitric acid, and sulfuric acid. Ugh. They really made this kind of a pain. Nitric acid, silica. Right. Might have to fly some of those in. Good thing we got so many drones, am I right? Good thing we got so many drones, am I right? That'll make our non-fissile uranium, which we will do... Right, which we then toss more waste in to make plutonium, which then makes plutonium. Plutonium. I can spell. Totally. I can totally spell. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then that takes more concrete. Okay. We're gonna need 3 sources of ins and 3 sources of outs. Just in case. Remember, setting up an easy spreadsheet is preparing ahead of time. Then that will make encased plutonium cells, which we then make into fuel rods using... Oh my god, it uses heat sinks. heat sinks, plutonium, cell, then plutonium rod. Dang it. Dang it. And down here, we need to set up uranium rod. Wow. So really what I'm getting at is that we don't care about the plutonium that much. If we set up just enough for the two, yeah, the plutonium's just here to use up, right? You're gonna use so little of it. What bugs me is that we need steel beams. The fact that we need steel beams inherently means we need steel and a shitload of concrete. So if we build over here, we can indeed make steel direct, and we have water and concrete, limestone, which means we can make an ungodly amount of concrete. Because we're going to need a lot. I don't know how much, but like a lot. And then we'll have this wide area. We could use this wide area here for building yeah, we got a lot of water to tap, more water over here. I'm thinking this makes sense. Problems with this, though. We need nitric acid, and we need sulfuric acid. We might be able to tap this a little bit for sulfuric acid. I think I upgraded it on the line, and we didn't use more of it. We're flying some out, but that's about it. And how much sulfuric acid did we actually need? How much did we actually need? We're going to need some for these, but not a lot, I think. We might need a lot, actually. We might need a lot. And then we're going to need some for the non-fissile uranium, which, again, we won't be making very much of. So, I think that's fine. Yeah, I think that's fine. If we need more... We kind of tapped every sulfur source. Sulfur shears. Well, we can tap the sulfur here. There's sulfur here we could just fly in. We should just fly it in. Right here. What am I kidding? Of course we're going to fly in sulfur. We have a source of fuel right over here. Am I nuts? Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Step one, we fly in sulfur from the north and then make it into sulfuric acid. No, we're even packaging. We have a packager. We don't need to make sulfuric acid. We can bottle it. We can bottle... Why is it green? It just does that sometimes. We can bottle sulfuric acid up north. How are we going to get nitric acid? Well, we have untapped nitrogen down south. Actually, we have a shit ton of sulfur down south we don't use either. We have way more sulfur than we ever use. And we have some SAM. So we could use sulfur and nitrogen, and then, yeah, we make plastic over here. And fuel. A lot of fuel. Actually, yeah, down here we should just package the sulfur and the nitrogen and then fly it out together. That would make a lot of sense, actually. So let's do it down here to make the nitrogen and the sulfur. That'll solve that problem of that specific necessity. What else? Silica. That might be an issue. Except we claimed all these silica nodes already. We're using this quartz, but we could upgrade it. We claimed that a long time ago. We could upgrade the output and then take what's left to make spare silica, which we fly out with the sulfur and the nitrogen. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Okay. Not a bad plan. Not a bad plan at all. Yeah. This works. That gets us our silica. It gets us our sulfur. That gets us our nitrogen. When we bring this bad boy up, when we bring Excel Chan back up, that gets us that. Both the acids, the silica. All we care about after that are steel, beams, EM rods, and concrete. The EM rods we fly in. Steel and concrete. steel and concrete we make on site. Make those on site. It's the only way. Realistically speaking, the only way. And we could just make it over here and then transport the uranium, drive it down, and drive it up. Nice and simple. Drive it down, drive it up. We have plenty of coal, so we can easily divert a little bit to power some trucks to drive all the way over to the uranium. That's not that hard. It's gonna take a while, though. We have a plan, but it is gonna take a while, unfortunately. We don't need these bad boys anymore. We don't need these bad boys. All right. Got ourselves a plan, y'all. Oh, we got ourselves a plan. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Throw away the concrete. We don't need that. Well, while we meandered, did we make enough units? Did we make enough radio control units? Please say psych. I know we didn't. You don't have to tell me. I know, Dan. We barely made any. We didn't make shit. We didn't make a thing. It's going to take a while for these computers to stack back up, so we'll just have to keep waiting for now. For now, we just have to keep waiting. All right, so let's just cut off both of those. I'll turn these back on for later, but they will sit idle while we wait for radio control units. All right. I don't think we'll be... I don't expect us to be finishing. Yeah. I don't expect us to be finishing our build today. I don't think it's going to happen. Definitely not, actually. Because we'll be cutting in, what, 2 hours-ish? Probably won't have nuclear done. But we have the plan. We have the strategy and the direction. Those are things that matter. They really are. Now that we have those, everything else will be fairly simple. Hello, random explorer. You run off of basic fuel. That's adorable. That's adorable. Let's get out of here. Right, I'll be using the SAM later. Later. Oh, wow. All right, so if we drive south, which is right here, I think. Yeah, we can just drive south to the oil, our original oil factory. Ooh. I don't think I saw this one. I have not seen this one. It's unlooted. Oh, yippee. Yippee. And look, we can even slap this bad boy while he's asleep. Anyways, asleep as I run him over. Yippee. Hell yeah, good thing we took this route, huh? Free hard drive? Anyways, we don't need Excel-chan. Goodbye, Excel-chan. See you later. Quartz crystals. Hey, heavy frames. Hey, motors. We'll take those. Everything else is useless. Everything else is useless. Let's use that hard drive, though. I want to see what we can get. Maybe a recipe will change our life. Oh, I scanned one, too. Crystal compute. Oh. Oh, really? Circuit boards to make crystal oscillators? These are a pain in the butt to make. They really are. They really, really are. I don't know about that. Not like that hard, actually. They just take a while. You can always just go find new sources of silica, even if it is quite rare. Or a stitch iron plate. I will never be using stitched iron plate, dude. I'm not going to use that. We'll do crystal computers. I don't think I need more computers anymore. Like, we just built 100 computers a minute. That's probably going to be good. I'm just saying, statistically speaking, I think we're good. Oh, well, it's fine. It's fine. Gets it out of the pool, right? Gets it out of the way. There's so many alternate recipes. It is pretty cool, though, how the alternate recipe system is set up, I will say. Because, come on. Because based on what you get for your many, many, many alternate recipes can have a tremendous impact on your gameplay. By which I mean, like, it can have a truly massive change in... We're just trying to get closer. Ooh. How close can we go before I have to tear this thing up? Oh, ooh, this is a good rover. I built it. Oh, oh no. Oh no. Austin Powered myself. I don't know. Has anyone seen Austin Powers? God, probably not. That movie is ancient. Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? Oh my. Please. Nope. Alright. That's fine. That's fine. We'll store the fuel. Alright, goodbye. Goodbye. I'll be at. So we know we have way more plastic and rubber than we need from this place. We went a little ham. We went a little crazy at the time, I will not lie. That's good, because we can use the plastic to make more cases. Make more cases. Ow. We'll move the cases down south. And what else should we move? We need cases for the sulfur, cases for the nitrogen. Then we'll move the quartz as well. Because we need silica. Which means... Well, what does that mean? Does that mean much of anything, in fact? And we'll move the fuel. We'll move the fuel for sure. Most certain. Wait, is this a normal splitter? Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Oh my god. I'm so dumb. Okay. We can fix this. We can fix this. I don't need that. We need this compact coal. No. Throw it. Bin it. I don't even care. I don't even care anymore. Alright. Why do I have pipes on me? It's coal and pipes out of here. Okay. Terrible design. Alright. Look, the things we did in the past, those don't define me. Those don't define who I am. That could be anything, you know? Could be anything. Alright. There we go. There we go. Mark 3, we're gonna pump those numbers up. I'm just kidding. How much does this guy make? 40 a minute. Mark 3's. I'm flying this way anyways. So that's 40 a minute. As I lose track of what I'm doing. If that's 40 a minute for fuels per, and it connects with this guy, a constructor who makes 40 canisters, we're gonna need a little more. Need a little more. John, I have to ask that you don't mention politics, if that's what you're mentioning, but also, hey, how's it going? All right. We're gonna need more plastic. That's fine. We have a ton of plastic. We'll just make some on site. It's all good. It's all good. Certainly is the kind of thing that's on a person's mind. I get it. But I just don't think it's necessarily the place. I just don't think it's necessarily the place. Alright, so we store fuel here. Okay. Then it comes out there. We could... Seems like it just goes in and gets moved. Right, because it gets synced. Right. So if that's the case, we can split up the fuel outputs just fine. Just the fine. Alright. Got a plan, and we have just an ungodly amount of plastic. Just an outrageous amount of plastic. Alright. So let's take a spot. If we're here, where are we going? We're going south with this? carry it over, just belt it over there. Belt it under the train. Yeah, may as well. Or just... What's the easiest way to do this? Pesky trains. What's the easiest way? So we go down there and then drive it around, drive it over. Train splines are weird. Yeah, unfortunately. Sometimes, that was our only train we ever built. I'm not gonna lie, I get why people love the trains. But I'm just... Oh my god, there's a hard drive in here. What? Wow, it's like Christmas. One sec. All right, well, sick. Christmas. All right. All right. Granted, now that I think about it, we could be a little cheeky. Power cells are meaningless to us at this point. We have so many. Once we get time crystals, we can research how to just straight up craft them, right? They are essentially meaningless to us. Let's get a little cheeky. Because it's like, 40 fuel, not quite enough. It's a little more difficult to make work with. However, without moving anything in our factory, what if we just pump these up? Oh, we just... Oh, I don't even need to pump this up. This is already at 60. Sick. So what if we just pump that up to package 60 fuel instead? Beautiful. And, these pipelines have always had issues. They've always had issues. So I'm thinking, what if we say these pipes have always been kind of broken, a little busted, but we never understood why. We never figured it out. What if we cut it? I just want to see what happens. I just want to see what happens if the fuel lines are full. Well, but it's such a tight balance, right? I want to get some bombs. I want to get some more explosives out. You know what? We'll rebuild it. We don't have to cut it. I can be smarter. We have valves. We do have valves in this game as well, so we can toss on some valves. So those will keep it all to the tank. Keep it flowing to the tank, but if I cut off the valve, if we know we don't flush, I want the valve. No, it's closed. If we close that power plant, well, yeah. We'll leave that small one open. We're gonna close the big ones. Because there's just something busted here. The pipe physics are not perfect in this game, and unfortunately for the fluid mechanics, it can be easy. If you get too fancy with low-tier pipes, you can break things. Yeah, fluids are a myth. Don't worry, Oki. This is a very old build. This is a very old build that wasn't worth improving. We're just going to make use of what we have from it. Because there's no point in rebuilding when we could just, build it somewhere else, but better. So, we got to be smart about things. And talking about being smart about things, go ahead and cut this splitter into a smart splitter. Ugh. Not. There we go. There we go. So now it'll cut over like that. I'm kind of proud of this. This was a nice little setup. Yeah. Let's let that fuel stack up for a bit. They're not going to run out of fuel. They're sinking fuel. Who am I kidding? They don't give a fuck over there. Steel Manufactorum does not care one bit. All right. With that said, So we got the fuel. We got the plastic, which is just kind of running over. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, these are smart splitters. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. We're going to make these overflows. Because we're going to make a merger. Well, yeah. We'll make a merger here. Which will go like that. Yeah, it's a little ugly. Again, it's not a big deal. We're just kind of extracting some resources as needed. And that'll go to a smart splitter on its own right. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. We got our plastic out. Plastic. And all we needed to extract this is just a little trick to get all the plastic we needed, which is admittedly not that much. Not much at all, actually. All right. With that said, all we need is a pair of constructors down here. Plop them like 1 and 2. You want to invade? Well, too bad. This is our terrifying solo run. I was considering our next game after this. I really was considering what we will pursue after this. Could be anything. Could be anything. Do we want more than this? We'll be flying out a lot of sulfur. Do we care? Look, if we need more, I'll toss in a couple power cells and call it a day. We have so many. However, it has been 10 minutes, so let's see what we can pick up from our hard drives that we found. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Used quartz. Raw quartz plus coal equals quartz. Ooh, we can make more quartz crystals. This is good. This is actually very good. Tempered Caterium? Terrible. We don't need this. Petrol coke? Nah, useless. Use quartz. Hell yeah. Lock that one in. Sorry. Your request? Well, maybe later. We're figuring out some stuff. We're still figuring. We just hit tier 9. We haven't touched anything because tier 9. It's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while. Wow. Mostly because I don't got stuff set up either. Oh wait, power right here. I'm blind. I'm blind. All right. Merge. So we got to get this and the excess fuel down south, which is great because that means we just, once again, we merge. Because both of these are running off excess, right? Both of these are running off excess. That fuel. And now we split them evenly. I think. Nope. Any. Perfect. And now we just need a single belt. So how do we get this over? We want to get it over there. Near all of our delicious packageable acid. Here I press the button. Unfortunately, we are in a single player world right now. The instance is single player, so And given how unstable things were, not today. Things were bad. The internet was not having a time. Tragically. Nope. And then, where do these cars... Trying to get around the car routes, you know? Trying to not crash. Stupid trucks crash all the time. There we go. Beautiful. Well done. Perfect. Magnificent, isn't it? Alright. And then we build zoop. Well, we just build one here. I think you can just... I know, we're back to belting, but like, look how far it is, right? This is unironically a belt-worthy distance, I would say. In this case, this is actually worth just belting over and calling a day. I swear, we just abandoned cars. We just abandon cars at complete random sometimes. Oh well. It's fine. I was saved by mod manager. That's true. I also have no mods installed, so you know. Alright. Alright, so we got these. We got the fuel and the canisters, which is all we really wanted. So that's good. Okay. Okay. It just froze for a second. I'm gonna make a save. Oh, man. I think our game's getting too big. I think we're getting too many objects. Although you did miss it. We found a load-bearing pump. By which I mean... Wait, were you able to join? Hold on. Hold on. Let me black it out. Manage session. Manage play. Oh my god, you were. Really? Wait. It says player count 1 out of 4. Oh, I do have it set to open. That's fine. Welcome in. I don't care. Do what you want. Mess around. We're building stuff. Just so you know, we're currently planning on moving quartz, sulfuric and nitric acid all the way over here. And we're going to use it all the way near this big old lake. We're going to tap all these resources to build nuclear power. We need the steel and the concrete. So, that's our current plan. Nah. You can stay. If you want to build things, go for it. We're at tier 9, so I'm not going to say no. Lord knows we got so many things to tap. I must have hit... Yeah, if you want help, go for it. I was just too lazy. I didn't want to bother setting things up midstream, you know? That was unironically my problem. I just don't want to set things up midstream. Because, like, we've had so many problems today. I was like, that would break something. That would break something for real. I just didn't want it. But, it's working, so... YOLO. Alright. We are using almost no sulfur from this area. We can tap this for an ungodly amount of sulfuric acid. Beautiful. With that said, before we handle sulfuric acid, let's hop on over to the nitrogen. Let's hop on over to the nitrogen. Sounds good. That sounds good. Which is, I think, right over here. And some SAM. At least the SAM has a use now. I think there's too much SAM in this game. I'm not gonna lie. I understand that there needs to be enough that you can find it easily. But, like, there's not enough. You know? There's not enough. Alright, what do we need? Resource extractor. Need Pressure riser. Dang it. I dropped my popcorn. Well, I dropped a piece of popcorn. It's fine, I got it. It broke in half. I got the other piece. Okay. We're good. Maybe? It broke again. Okay, there's no more pieces to break. I'll be more careful. Alright. We don't need... we don't need a lot of nitric acid for this. We really don't. The only step it's used in is for non-fissile uranium. So, we don't need a lot. Well, we may as well make a lot, you know? This is satisfactory. If you ever say, I think I'll just use a little bit, what kind of game you think we're playing, son? What kind of game you think we're playing? This isn't a use a little bit kind of game, is it? It's not active? Oh, it's not powered. There we go. Now it's powered. Why? You have to... Alright. Juice up. There we go. 1,500 units a minute. That's a lot. That's a lot. What are you going to use that for? I don't know. Well, we're not going to bottle all of it, that's for sure. I will probably end up using it for other things. I imagine they'll force us to carry it around. Connection drop. Interesting. That's part of the thing. We've been having internet issues today. Big internet issues. So, you know, there you go. That. Pardon me. That. 150. How much do these give? Sorry, this popcorn is killing me. Literally. Hooah. Okay. Let us make one pipe. I think we will use one 600 unit pipe worth of stuff. And the good news is we now know for a hard fact that we do not, in fact, have to... We do not, in fact, have to pump these pipes, which is great. Can I just say? We do not have to pump gas. It just flows itself with zero effort required. Zero effort required, and that is pretty swell. That is pretty swell. What? Okay, we won't put it there. Put it here. There we go. Weird pipe. Pipes being weird. Pipes being weird. Pipes being weird. Wee. What? Oh. There's a rock. Die. Oh. Why? Is it this? Is this copper? Probably. Bauxite? Oh, that's actually kind of useful. Oh! Not really. By the time you find bauxite, like, you have to be what, tier 7 to make use of it? Why? Can I go backwards? What the hell? Apparently, backwards is okay. Bullshit. Alright. As I almost run off the edge to my tragic demise. Oh, that would feel bad. Oh, that would feel bad. I need to stop. I need to stop running and jumping. I need to stop running and jumping. The nice thing, the really nice thing about the dang it. Stack them anywhere. You don't have to worry about like lifting and stuff. Normally you have to worry about pumping, but because this is a gas, we do not care whatsoever, and that is just swell, let me tell you. Just swell. Don't run me over, car. Don't run me over, car. Oh, thank God, it didn't run me over. All right. And now we've got our pipe. Beautiful. All right. This is our nitrogen pipe. Nitrogen pipe. Nitrogen pipe. All right. What do we need? I think we need water to make acid. It's a good thing we're here. Good thing we're over here because there is some water. Not a lot, but there is some water. Let's see. Let's see. This is the wrong thing. Ah. Because we need a mixer or a blender. No. Not a blender. How do we make the acids? Sulfuric acid is a refinery. Okay, it is a refinery. What? Ah. There, that's inventory. We're a little packed. Bloop, bloop. Keep those. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Alright. And that should be good. Alright. So, with that said, a hard drive done, thank you. With that said, oh, looks like you dropped again. Yeah, like I said, the internet connection's been very finicky today. It's just not a good day. This is a cursed day, okay? Oh, is this water not deep enough? Can I not use this? Ah, man. Dang it. That ruins a lot. Okay, well, we have a big lake. Could just pull from that. We also have a... We should just pull from the lake. Well, yeah, we don't want to interrupt the truck routes. Interrupting the truck routes have terrible knock-on effects. But, okay. First, we need to figure out how much of this we need, right? How much of this bad boy do we actually need? Our miners are chugging at an ungodly speed. Ungodly speed. So much so that... I think we cut off these two and use these for acid. That's what, 600 and another 300? That's 900 things of acid. We just leave that last one. I don't even know how much. We're not even using that much of it. But, whatever. If we want to do things right, we should just go to a new zone, right? So I'm very brain fried today. Like very, very brain fried. You can probably tell, I'm sure. Is there anything up there? There's a cat. Has to be, oh, there's a slug up there. I don't care enough. You can keep that slug, cat. I don't care enough. All right. Let's get that water pumping. It's gonna be a pain. It's gonna be a... Yeah, it's gonna be a pain. Good news is we can just keep it along the same infrastructure as this bad boy. Well, hold on. So if we're doing acids, we need a lot of water, right? Yeah. So we'll need 600, that's 150 water for the nitric. And for the sulfuric acid, we need an equal amount. Which is 900. So we need 2 pipes. We need 2 water pipes at 1150 water. That is, oh, hey, look, perfect. We have a perfect spot. That is effectively, because how much does one water extractor actually cost? 120. We need 1150. Ugh. That's significant. You have it built up like this, huh? It wasn't the intent, but it kind of worked out. Wasn't the intent, but boy, did it work out. I love it when a plan accidentally comes together. Feels good. Feels real good. Let me tell you. Stretch it up to here. Stretch it out to here. We'll keep stretching along the roof so it looks nice. Looks nice and pretty. Oops. I connected those on accident. Honestly, I find it really funny you can connect buildings to each other at all. Because every building in this game is single point connection. There's no value whatsoever in connecting it to a second thing. Or connecting like one pump to a second pump. There's no reason you would do that. But they let you. Because like, I guess. How much is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? What's 120 times 9? 1080. We need exactly one more. Bam. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. He's not joining anymore? Yeah. Weird. That's fine. Thanks for trying. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Even if it is a mysterious, non-functional entity for reasons we do not know. Alright, so what's 120? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. Perfect. Perfect. So what we want to do is we want to make doubly sure that we keep every single one of these pesky little boys, these pesky little pipes, away from each other. And by keeping them all away from each other, things will be good. So we don't have any issues. We don't have any annoying issues with the pipes draining and like... See, and here I am being all clever. Here I am trying to be all clever throughout our gameplay. Connecting our pipes, relinking them, making sure that there's perfect overflows and redistribution points, thinking that the fluid physics will work, and then finding out this game doesn't do fluid physics, which is fair. Fluid physics are incredibly expensive. Like, in terms of performance, it would be insane to do fluid physics. So it's fair that they don't. Actually, a drastically simpler calculation that's just more or less input-output. But, like, kind of screwed me over. That's why this entire thing doesn't function. That's why this whole place just does not function right, I'm afraid. All right, we got 2 water pipes. Water pipe, water pipe. All right. Let's go ahead. Do 2. But this guy back here, going to need... We build on the coral? Yeah, why not? Why not? Okay. Doop another two. Doop another two. How about you? Alright. That one to there, and that one to there. Okay, now we need the pumps. Now we need the pumps. Alright. That one pumps enough. And this one pumps enough. We gotta be careful not to make any more load-bearing pumps on accident, you know? That was, let us say, a tragic mistake. Alright, I'll do goo for fluid physics. I've done no mods. This is a modless run. So we just kind of suffer. Whenever there's an aspect of the game that could be improved, we just kind of suffer. Because at this point, I'm dedicated to the modless grind setup. Where we're locked into the modless life. Tragic. It's a new game. Oh! Well then no, I didn't even know it existed. Why no? Didn't know it existed. Neat. As one thing I was saying and then got distracted. I was thinking like, what should we do for our next thing? Once we beat this game, which is not that far off. I know it looks insanely far off, but that's just because we're sitting here building nuclear power. Right? We don't even need nuclear power in reality. I just need to be smarter with my power usage. The whole point of nuclear power is you don't have to be smart anymore, right? That's it. But, with that said, what do we even play next? What do we have next? I have Tech Honestra? I don't know if that one's good. I know it came out for what it's worth. For whatever that's worth. Ooh, we need another set. Here. I was thinking about Factorio. I know that's the big boy. I was also thinking about Timberborn. I can do it. Damn it. I was also thinking about Timberborn, which if you don't know is a beaver colony builder. You build a little beaver city, and then the beavers have to survive like droughts and stuff. Seems pretty cute. Seems pretty cool. Those don't stack as well as I liked. Whatever. I don't care. This is a functionality kind of build. Guess we have to build them like that. I can't do that one. It would be too low. It'd be too low. Would never work. Never work. All right. The autosave, it gets me every time. What? Why is it fine one way but not the other? Whatever. Update 7 for Timberborn. Yeah, I saw Timberborn got a big update. People are like, ooh. But it's also not out yet. It's not like out yet. And personally, if it's not like out, I'm kind of like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, well, it's not out, so maybe we should still just wait. Mayhaps waiting would be the right move. Hard to say. Hard to say. I swear I want to make these pipes not clip, but the game is like, no, make them clip. They must clip. We will not allow it to function if they do not clip. And I'm like, damn you. Damn you. Cursed wretch. Think yourself wiser than I. Dare stand against me in this way. Think not of our friendship, Satisfactory. all the things we've done for one another. And they're like, oh, I think about it every day. And that is why you shall not clip. Like, no. No, Satisfactory. Please, have mercy. Mercy? There is no mercy. Man, I am tired. Maybe we should just go to bed. Maybe we should just call it early, jeez. We gotta keep that energy for Clair Obscure later anyways. Because apparently that game do be fire, so I am excited. I'm excited. I'm picking the worst time possible because after this week, I will have like 1.5 weeks out of the next 4 or 5 weeks of free time. When I'm saying I'm busy, I'm not joking. I'm dead serious. We are going to be packed. Oh, well, where am I going to get power from? Where are we getting power from? There we go. Looks a little better that way. All right. We get power from here. Perfect. Is all we need. Perfect. Wow, really? Holy crap, it can pump this high? That's crazy. All right. Shoot. Those pumps are going ham. Those pumps are going kind of ham. I'm a little astounded. A little astounded to see it. I'm scared of connecting them. I used to connect all my pipes because it made so much sense to me. But now that I have a better understanding of how the pipe systems work, which is to say that they don't have fluid physics, they just move it from one to the other, and if they overflow, it's lost forever. Now that I understand that more, I'm experiencing much more trepidation before pumping water up my pipes. No, you have no idea what I mean. That is a nonsense statement. That's a nonsense statement. Ah, well. He's fine. He's fine. Yeah, Timberborn looked cool. Never played that one. I have a friend who loves city builders. They like it quite a bit, so. Seems solid. That. Seems solid. Alright. Alright. Alrighty then. So what are we doing? We have the nitrogen, we have the water, we have the sulfur. Is it time to make a buttload of acid? I guess so. What else are we gonna do? What else are we gonna do? Let's cut all of this. We don't need to combine these at all. But we do need the what? Our inventory is full. Fully clear. Why? Huh. Weird. Alright, well. Let's toss some splitters in like smart people. Then we toss these in. Then we toss these in. Okay. Where do we build a ton of mixers? I would push it over here. Unfortunately, this is where the copper sheets are being produced in mass. Huh. That makes it a little tough. Do we have a better spot? I could make a third copper sheet building. Oh yeah, look how many units we have. That's insane. Anyways, we don't need the copper sheets. It's not about the copper sheets. All right. It's about our exportable nitrogen and sulfur. Is it like a good spot? Could build down here. A little messy. We'd have to stack it. We'd have to stack it quite a bit to build down here. But. We need, hold on, let's check our refinery. Why don't we? Check our lovely refineries. That's what we want, advanced refinement. Wait, is this not where we make nitric acid? How do we make nitric acid? What do we stick this into? Oh! You need iron for nitric acid. Oh! Well, that's a problem. Alright. New plan. We upgrade the iron ore over there and we make some iron plates. We don't need a lot of iron. We just need iron at all. Okay, I guess we're gonna make a lot of use out of this belt line. Alright, well. No, we're not gonna finish any of these today. Maybe not. Well, at least we moved everything we needed. All of this to make nuclear power. All of this to make... We aren't using this iron for anything. Gosh darn it. Oh, it's pure iron? Oh, this is a pure iron node even? What are we even doing? What are we even doing? I don't know. I don't know. Alright, well, when I say we don't need a lot, we need like, I don't know, we'll set up like 2 smelters. That's probably too many. I think 1 smelter is enough. It's fine. It's fine. Well, we'll make it work. We'll make it work, and then I'll go into a pair of constructors. And fuck it, 1 up here. Yes, I know we could create a foundation, but consider. We literally need iron plates here. We're talking iron plates, y'all. This is as like low impact as it gets. There we go. Yeah, it's ugly. It really is. Anyways, make me those iron. Where in standard parts? Iron plates. There we go. Iron ingots. Is that even a 1-to-1? 30. 30. Yep. Alright, they give us 40 iron plates. We will not be using that many. Absolutely not. Okay. I wasn't expecting to need iron. A little astounded, not gonna lie. And now we use a lifter. Now we use a lifter. Bloop. Follow. The autosave. It's me every time. It's me every time. Imagine using aluminum tier belts to maneuver your singular iron plate. To maneuver your singular iron plate. Alright, I'll just... Fuck it. Ugh. Good enough. I'm not gonna need to move anything else, so... I mean, I guess in theory I could have just moved this onto the belt with the rest of them. But... it's not a big deal. We've already built it. We've already built it. We've already built it. And they're all on their own belt. Full of iron plate. Good enough. Alright. Now we have to find a spot to do this. I think that's the... honestly, that is the biggest issue right now. Simply finding a place to do this. There isn't a lot of room here. We could clear cut these trees. I don't like doing that. I like keeping the trees. We might have to clear cut. That That might have to be what we do. Ah. I mean, there's a lot of forest. Yeah. Yeah, the more I look at it, the more I'm like, we are going to have to clear cut this section of the trees just to have space to work. All we need, just a little bit. Although, hear me out. Hear me out. If we work backwards, and we can move the finished products all the way over here to where our upper belt line is. It's kind of far away, I know. It's not exactly close. Well, it's not, well, actually, it is very close. We're right there. We already have a fuel distribution set up here. So, with that in mind, it'd be real easy to set up distribution drones. I honestly think that's worth the time saving. You know? Having your drone distribution already set up. Yeah. Yeah. Why am I so far away? I think that's worth it. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Okay. Do we do more today? Or do we call it short? My voice was shot yesterday, actually. Now that I think about it, my voice was shot yesterday, and I am exhausted. This is a good point. This is a good stopping point. I think what we're about to engage in will take more than an hour. 25-minute stream. It's not 25 minutes deep. Let me check this. Yeah, it's just busted. This internet has been dipping in and out constantly. It's a cursed day. Yeah, there's a lot of spiders. They're right next to us. I see you. I see you. I see you. All right. This is a cursed stream, dude. Crashes, internet loss. I'm tired. You know what's funny? Most days when I'm tired, when I'm like, I don't want to stream, I'll do it. I don't want to. I've actually found those have often been some of my best days. Those have often been days where the best things we like that happened to me happened on those days. But right now, I'm like, this isn't good at all. Get out of here. It didn't work out this time. Turns out, when you rely on happenstance for good things, it's still luck. Ah, well, that's fine. Well, y'all dropped by, so I consider myself quite lucky. I consider myself quite lucky as I save Excel chan for that Excel file. Wow. All right. Oh, it's Satisfactory Plus. You get sulfur from the gas pillars. That makes a lot of sense, actually. That makes complete and total sense. All right. Neat. Yeah. I'm going to try and cut it a bit shorter today because I need to save my voice. Ugh. It's recovered for today. It really has recovered. But yesterday was rough. Yesterday was pretty rough, I'm afraid. So, yeah. Let's calm down. Try Algodoo. Man, I'm gonna not remember that name. If I had the time, I'd love to. Ugh. This upcoming week's gonna be busy. A good kind of busy, but very busy. Unfortunately, well, not upcoming week, upcoming month. I'm going to be slammed. Oh, well. It's fine. It's fine. All right. Well, thank you for dropping by. Get ready for some Claire Obscure. I do love RPGs. That's actually what we started our channel playing. And then I was like, RPGs are terrible for streaming. They're really hard. And that's why I'm going to go back and stream an RPG because I don't care. Because screw it. It's really good from what I've heard, and it's hot. So I can't resist. I can't resist. Mm, mm. Can't resist me a French RPG, as weird as it is. As weird as it is. So, with that said, oh, Streamlabs posts that. Interesting. Oh my god, wait. Oh, it wiped you. Fascinating. Thank you for accidentally testing that, John. I need to adjust the Streamlabs settings more. I didn't know it would do that. I did not know it would do that. Okay. So I started using Streamlabs for some of the alerts. I thought the alerts were better. Yeah, it wasn't a long time out, but like just in the chat, it fucking annihilated you from existence. Interesting. Interesting. Although you should keep in mind that in many Twitch chats, if you post links, that'll get slammed out even harder. As it is, I have it set up to allow links from Twitch and YouTube. And yeah, Twitch and YouTube for like, so people can post clips, but other links will slam out. When you typing it is still posting a link, unfortunately. It still counts, it still creates a link. So when I look in my chat, I see that it created a hyperlink. Simply having the .com creates a hyperlink. But yeah, I'll take a look at it. I won't have time to play it, but I'll look at it just to see. I'm not a fluid physics person. Yeah, exactly. I'm not a fluid physics person. I'm I'm an EE, right? I mean electricity is basically a fluid. It just goes imaginary sometimes. It's just a fluid that moves in more dimensions. It's amazing. Neat. All right. Well, I do need to save my voice. So, I will bid you all adieu. Thank you for dropping by. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I certainly did. NASA's still on. Oh, hey, even better. Even better. So, with that said, I'm going to hop out. Be sure and get up and stretch yourself, wash your face, grab some water, okay? Take care of yourself, and then your body can take care of you. As my ad is about to start, let's snooze that. Screw you. Dude, Twitch ran so many ads when I had internet trouble. Maddening. I didn't know it would do that. Couldn't stand it. Yeah. Thank you for dropping by. I hope you have a wonderful night, huh? Hope you have a wonderful night. Let's see if I can find the right person to raid on Twitch. Oh my god. It's doing a terrible job as usual, Twitch. It's doing a terrible job as usual. There we go. It's working now. And thanks for dropping by. See y'all next time.